abdominal muscles, same size as my forearm.
He looks like he's been chiseled out of marble. Mike Bell. And now the little stare down for a moment there as Vizzio looks away. Vizzio, born in Italy. He's a current United States champion. What happened now? They recently had a fight. Joe, maybe you can tell us what happened.
This is a rematch. Vizzio defended the title against Mike Bell back in Jacksonville, Florida. Bill Clark, the promoter in Jacksonville, Florida, put these two fighters together for a barn burner. It went 9 rounds to a unanimous decision for Vizzio, but Bell was there the whole time, and you'll see why. Hook kick to the head then by Vizzio.
This is a 9-round fight. This is the main event on our card tonight. This for the U.S. Super Lightweight Championship.
Hard right hand to the body then by Bell. Now I should say that Vizzio had cracked a rib 3 to 4 weeks ago. It's on the left side of his body, and he was concerned about that right hand of Bell's. That was a good left hook then by Vizzio. Bell seemed to shake it off. Vizzio thought he might have had Bell in trouble.
Vizzio 135 pounds, Bell 134.9 pounds. You can't get much closer than that. Bell with a record 19-2 and 8 knockouts. Vizzio 14-1, 6 knockouts.
You can see the kind of power in Mike Bell's upper body. Mike Bell does not burn up the sport with those kicks. Good right hand then by Bell. Vizzio looked like he tried to go down under that next right hand.
Vizzio 29, Bell 33. So Bell older, perhaps a little bit more experienced. But I suppose you reach a certain point, Joe Corley, where you learn as much as you can learn, and then it just becomes a question of applying technique.
That's right. The age, as the age gets up on you, you find that you don't quite have the desire that you had when you were earlier, but that's never been Mike Bell's problem. He seems to have his desire increase. Mike Bell looks like he's fighting smarter than I've ever seen him fight before.
Staying back. They still have to get in the minimum of 8 kicks, remember. Right now, Vizzio with 9 and Bell with 10.
The kick counters will count the kicks in the opposite corners from the fighter that they're standing in, and they have both men thrown some hard kicks in this first round. Nice front kick to the body, just as I said that the bell rang.
All right, that's the end of round 1. The U.S. Super Lightweight Championship. The champion, Paul Vizzio. You're looking at him right now against the former champion, the man they call the Little Giant. And that is Mike Bell. There's Vizzio. We look into his corner. Kind of an interesting young fella. As I mentioned, came from Italy and trains over here now. Who is his trainer?
He's training now with Toyotaro Miyazaki, one of the top karate fighters from the Point Karate days. Also training with him is Emilio Narvaes, number 5 ranked middleweight in the world.
You want to give me that trainer's name again?
Miyazaki is, I guess, the best way. You can see, we see him with his back to us there with trainer on the back.
Miyazaki. Now, is Miyazaki also a black belt?
Miyazaki is not only a black belt, he's an excellent black belt. I think 6th degree, perhaps. Mike Bell had 8 kicks in that round. Paul Vizzio with 11.
So, Bell with the minimum, Vizzio 3 over. Vizzio, the current champion, Bell, former champion. Trying to regain his title here tonight at the Feld Forum in New York.
If you're scoring the fight at home, give 10 points to the man each time you think he wins a round. Give 9 points or 8 points to the man that you think lost it, depending on how big you think the margin was. We'll add them all up at the end to determine who we think won.
This is full contact karate, combining the best skills of boxing and karate. How many different kinds of karates are there, actually?
There are literally thousands of different styles.
And this incorporates all of it.
It does. Boy, Bell came in with a right hand to the body, followed with a left hook, caught Vizzio good. Good shot with it. Vizzio has come back with 2 good left hooks of his own.
Current lightweight champion Dan Macaruso is with us, and he's viewing this with a great deal of interest. Bell counters pretty well, comes back after a kick, and then follows with a left and a right.
Nice jab then by Bell. Jammed the kick of Vizzio.
Dan, do you have a hard time finding people to train with here in the area?
Yes, I do. I don't know why. I don't think it's because I'm Ugly. I know I'm a good-looking guy.
Dan has knocked out so many opponents. He's not lost a fight yet. Dan, you're what, 23, 24-0 now?
25-0.
25-0, good. Solid shot then by Vizzio.
Dan is not bashful either. Do you have a name, Dan? Do you call yourself anything beside Dan Macaruso?
Yeah, they call me Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Good right hand then by Bell. You see what kind of shot Vizzio is able to take. That was probably Bell's best right hand. Vizzio just shook it off, but maybe a little blood coming out of the nose. Looks like Bell is going to make Vizzio come to him in this fight. Looks like he doesn't feel like coming after Vizzio.
So that's the end of round 2. And we'll have a chance to total up what we have as our unofficial scores, as we have Joe Corley here along with Dan Macaruso, the light heavyweight champion. Full contact karate, and here comes the all-time favorite around the ring to hold up the scorecard. This young lady has definitely won on the applause meter tonight. Boy, there's nothing like a sports crowd in New York, is there?
No, I don't think so, although I think maybe the sports crowds around the world watching USA tonight, around the country watching USA, may be reacting the same way.
Joe, you do a lot of this around the country. In fact, you were someplace last week with one of your events. Where were you?
We were in Ottawa, Ontario last week as Jean-Yves Thériault defended his middleweight title successfully against Rodney Batiste. Unanimous decision. Rodney Batiste, tremendous fight. Put up a tremendous fight against Thériault.
Unofficially, how do you have this one so far?
I've got Vizzio.
This is round 3.
And I got Vizzio hit 20-19 by 1 point. Hit him winning the first round. Second round even. Bell caught him some good hooks. Good right hand. Vizzio landed good right hand. 2 good hooks himself.
Very evenly matched.
I should say Vizzio normally picks up the movements of his opponents by the 4th round. Any mistakes they're making, he can pick up on by then.
They have one man scoring minimum kick requirements for each fighter. They don't miss a shot. Vizzio.
Nice technique, sweeping the foot, and Bell's complaining that it was high, but it was not. Swept the foot, came with a spinning back kick, started to do a jump spinning heel kick.
There's that leg kick by Vizzio. He hangs it out there like a serpent's tongue. He just kind of flicks it out there.
He'll hold it up, relax it, and then snap it.
Vizzio looks like he'd be a good boxer, too. So does Bell.
Bell's corner yelling for him to stay on the nose. Vizzio with a bloody nose. They want Bell to keep working on it.
Bell looks like he's dropping the dukes a little bit. How important is it to keep those hands up in this as opposed to boxing?
Oh, it's very important because it's the same as boxing. You're doing the same thing a boxer does, only thing you're throwing your legs. You have to worry about blocking 4 limbs rather than 2.
Nice double kick then by Vizzio. Put the foot down in between them. Good body shot then by Vizzio.
Vizzio and Bell. Vizzio with a bloodied nose.
Oh, good left hook in by Bell. Vizzio looks a little dazed. I don't know why Vizzio watches that thing come all the way in, because it sure takes a long time to get there.
It's a 9-round championship fight. It's super lightweights for the U.S. title. And Bell glides in, and Vizzio wraps him up. And that's the end of the 3rd round. So we've gone 3 rounds, and it has not disappointed yet. Both these fellas putting on quite an exhibition. Dan, if you were at Vizzio's corner right now, and you were over there talking to that young man, what would you be telling him to concentrate on?
Well, he came out at the beginning of that round. He was doing just what I would tell him to do now. Start putting his hands and feet together in combinations.
Here we see Darren McGavin in the audience here in the felt form, enjoying the matches.
Do a lot of these people that we're seeing now, celebrity folks, do they actually participate in karate themselves?
Yes, quite a few of show business personalities do. Like Bill Wallace was saying, he's training with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi.